Okay, hello everyone, this is Zach here. So first of all, thank you for joining me tonight this section over here. We'll start shortly at 10, all right? Well, we're sorry, I think on my side here, there's some uh, fireworks over here, so probably the background noise is a bit noisy, okay? I will try my best to finish probably in within 30 minutes. Okay. Uh, let me, okay. All right, so if my sounds and audio is coming okay, appreciate if you can type a one for me, please. Okay, if let's say my sounds and audio is okay, please type a one for me and we're gonna start shortly. Okay, so today I think mainly we're gonna focus in NS screener and NS setups, okay? And there's few reasons I would want to focus NS today, okay, because I think the recent setup is pretty good, okay, to be frank. Okay, hello, Willan. Okay, thank you for joining me tonight. Right, just want to ensure my screen and sounds is okay by typing one. I think there's a bit delay on my side over here. Okay, thank you, Willan, for the confirmation. Okay, now let's go to this screener over here. So hopefully by now, some of the members actually you're also got time to look into NS stocks over here. Actually, I didn't really do some of the back testing, but the other day I think Martin told me because he do some of the checking as well on the NS screener and the signals, and it found that actually the winning rate is pretty great. Okay, so if you, for example, if you look into like 16 March, I think in total we got 27 stocks, okay, under NS, okay, on 16th of March, right? If you realize is that, okay, by clicking over here, is I think it's only like 6 stocks that are having losses so far. So the winning rate actually is pretty high overall. Okay, so of course the biggest winner coming from 16 March is Sexta with 27%. M Siemens, okay, get another NS recently with 22%. So if you look back to 15 March, okay, 15 March got nothing. 17 March, okay, I think the winning rate also pretty good. Okay, 8 stocks, okay, 3 stocks currently having some losses, and we got 5 stocks making winners. So definitely it's more than 50% winning rates. RubberX is the best one, come with 70% returns. Okay, so again, remember you can do a quick check. Sometime what you do is that if you got no time to do back testing, this is how you're going to test it out. Okay, so for example, Evergreen, one stock's only on 18 March and gaining around 30% so far, okay, by purely focusing in NS setups. Okay, now of course, a few things I'd like to remind, because sometimes member will confuse why why sometimes use NS, why sometimes use these methods. Okay, now again, just gonna repeat this again. So for new members, okay, for new members, if you just join us recently these few months, or maybe you are still like pretty confused how to apply the advanced method, I do suggest that you follow the Green Pentagon's portfolio trading system. I think this is the one that Sifu Martins and Coach Alif, they always mention and talk about it. Okay, so for our upcoming monthly member training, which is we're gonna do, I think by end of this month, I'll post out the date to members. Coach Ali will come in again to brief you all how to do the Green Pentagon portfolio trading system. Okay, so for new members, make sure you follow this. Okay, you follow the rules of everything. You trade based on the fixed rules first. Then once you feel comfortable, you only go to the advanced methods and technique. Okay, so of course, for those that have already attended the masterclass, if you know how to apply the advanced methods, okay, so you can actually apply the pullback methods. Okay, so this is the things that actually I hope some of the members here can follow. Okay, so you don't try to, like, for example, if you're still not really familiar with what is bond spread analysis, don't go to pullback first. Okay, if not, you'll be very confusing. You start with pattern guided portfolio systems, then from there you go to pullback. Okay, now the other thing is that again, as especially members, okay, hopefully you all understand and know what is the trading method that suits you, okay? Because I think the other day I do talk to one of the members. I'm not sure whether he's watching or not. This is, this is the few things that I think is very important. I would like to share some members over here, is that sometimes I realize that especially traders, okay, they don't really understand what they are looking for, okay, the time frame, especially the time frame or the trades, or to put it simple, they don't have trading plan. Okay, so this is how this is some of the things that happens. I think a few days ago is that when I have a chance to talk with these members, okay, at first I asked him, what's the things that you look for, okay, in TradeVSA, right? He said, first he said, oh, I'm looking for short terms, okay. So the next thing I try to clarify is that, oh, what do you mean by short term? Are you referring to intraday, few days, few weeks, okay? And then he told me is that, okay, oh, my short term is probably a month, okay, probably is a month. Yeah, I said, okay, right. Since I know you are looking for month, based on daily chart, yeah, I say, okay, probably you look for green pentagon in daily chart to look for the stocks that suit you, right? Then after that, he shared with me that he said he entered 6 technology stocks, okay, and I think recently technology stock dropped again, and he told me he don't know what to do. And for me, I said, okay, yeah, you are doing short terms, okay, you're expecting like a month kind of time frame. I think you should cut loss, right? Because it turned from green pentagon and some of the stock turns to red pentagon again. And after that, he told me that, oh no, actually, I think the FA is very good, okay, and I plan to hold for long terms. Okay, now for me, there's a lot of question marks, okay, for this, okay. Now, first of all, he entered the trade based on with the mindset of doing short terms, okay, but in the end become long terms. Okay, so for me, probably he don't have a trading plan, probably because of a few weeks ago, when technology is trending, he just entered, okay, based on its stocks, okay, and he don't have a plan for exit. All right, so when the stocks drop again, then he go for fundamental, okay, and he look for long term, okay. So that's why it's very important, okay. So you need to see which one is the type of pattern strategy that suits you, okay. So if you're looking for long term, one of the things that I always I mean, for new members, always check the weekly chart. Sorry about that, okay. So again, if you look into weekly chart for technology, mostly they are still in red pentagon. Market stages is dropping, and they're having an inverse pullback, so which is pretty risky, okay. If you want to buy now and hold, probably, I don't know, maybe it'll reverse, okay, but it will still like goes up sideways, wash before it goes up again, so you have to be prepared for that, okay. Now type A for me, if you understand this, type A for me, if you understand this, okay. The purpose I want to share with you is because I want because sometimes we do as our coaches, right, we do receive some of the feedback, saying that, hey, I'm confused, okay. Sometimes you talk about pentagon, sometimes you talk about NS, sometimes say for talk about pullback, and sometimes Coach Charlie talk about different things, okay. Now to make it simple, like I said, new members, green pentagons, okay. If you're already if you're already familiar with VSA advanced, you go for pullback. All right, so for me, NS is just like a trading, so-called, the setups, okay, to confirm on the green pentagons, okay, to confirm on the green pentagons, okay. All right, thank you, Arif, for the confirmation over here. I didn't get any response, okay. So far I got around 20 people over here. Not so sure how many members is here today. But if yes, please type an A for me. If let's say you're confused about this, type a B for me, all right? So, but again, hopefully members, you'll know about this, okay? This is very important, okay? Before you enter trades, make sure you know this is short-term, long-terms, mid-terms. What are you doing, okay? So you don't like, enter immediately 6 stocks, technology, now you don't know what to do once it reverts, okay. Now the other things is that I would like to highlight is that why you want to enter 6 stocks in the same sectors, okay. Now unless you tell me your portfolio you got 30-40 stocks, okay, you can do 30, 40 stocks, then your 6 stock is under technology, then probably this makes sense. But if let's say your portfolio is only 10 stocks, you go for 6 stocks technology in your same period of time, I think there's another reason why it's very risky, right? Remember in Pentagon guided trading portfolio, the purpose of Martins and Alif, right? They try to do 1 trade a week, okay, because they don't want to enter everything in the same period of time, okay. So for example, when they enter the next week, market drop, right? So at least they enter slowly 1 week by 1 week, so that at least when market drop anything, they still got cash. They don't risk everything, okay. And the other thing is that you don't enter everything in the same sectors, okay. All right, so hopefully you get the message over here. Now let's go to the things that we want to see. Now first of all, KRC term makes a green red pentagons again. So slightly a bit disappointing, but I think Sifufu also got highlight the other day. It hits the resistance, I think, turned to uptrust. Then currently seems like making a pullback again. So probably we'll retest back somewhere around the gap savior. So okay, let me zoom this up a little bit. Okay, I zoom this up a bit. Go to KLCI. Right, so this is a 6-month charts for KRC. Okay, we got upshots over here at resistance, not this year. So I think this is the day that Seifufu also got highlight. Okay, so he's saying that in the group, he already tried to reduce the position in the market because expect some pullback is coming in. Okay, so I do expect they will retest back the previous green pentagon over here, which is the small gap, with a spring bar. Okay, hopefully it will try retest here, then rebound, turn back to green pentagon. Okay, so definitely I think it's the pullback is happening, okay, because of the uptrust with resistance. Okay, now of course, like I said, you don't need to enter everything. Okay, I think some of the NS still pretty good, but probably you select few to do trades. Okay, if not, NS is always good to check if the support is solid or not. Okay, so if you think that you don't really feel comfortable to trade when the KIC is in red pentagon, you can spot some of the stock first, wait for a few more days, okay, then you decide. Okay, so NS is always a good areas for you to check how strong is the support. Okay, again, for new members, okay, don't confuse, you use NS as a confirmation on the green pentagon, okay, for support level. Okay, for support level, right? So okay, now let's go back to here. We go back to our screener for NS. Okay, probably I just want to share with you the latest few stocks, okay, that I think is kind of worth it to pay attention. Okay, so of course the recent one, Scam Move, is already jalan already lah. So if you want to trade, I leave up to you, but I think overall the hourly chart is still possible to take some white ball. Okay, again, a quick disclaimer. I'm not here to give any buy call. Okay, personally, I don't get 100% winning rates. Okay, sometimes losses, I got losses as well. Okay, my latest losses I think in NS is OMH. Okay, it dropped I think 6-7%, but recently bounced back up again. But after that, didn't really follow. Okay, because I think there are others of stocks under NS is worth to monitor. Okay, now Scan Move. Okay, again, like I said the other day, I totally out already. Okay, because I expect a pullback, but continue to jalan, and someone now got NS. Okay, so which I think is pretty nice. Okay, so but again in daily chart is really jalan pretty far already lah. So don't expect it got the same movement again. So from the initial NS to the top here, you got 80% already. All right, so I don't expect another 80%. Right? Hey, hello, haha, 88. All right, thank you for joining me tonight. So okay, look for the hourly chart. Okay, these are things that usually I do if let's say trending. Okay, I think for masterclass student, you'll know what you should do. Look for COC. Okay, I don't know. Tell me, do you see COC or not? Type of A for me, do you see a COC? Type of B for me if you didn't see a COC. Okay, do you see COC? Okay, but this one kind of big resistance. So again, if you want to trade this, use hourly chart. Okay, this is your support. Use the 40 MA as a support. Okay, so I think you should be able to see COC. All right, I do see a very clear COC. Okay, in this area. Okay, for scan move. Okay, now let's go for again, probably for this I will just do a quick trades. Okay, because moving up a lot. Now the one that I really can interested definitely is MC man. Okay, M Siemens, I think I posted this before as well because previously also got NS if I'm not mistaken, right? So if I go back to my weekly chart, actually M Siemens make a somehow like a shakeout patterns, okay, in a weekly chart. Now shakeout patterns is another type of setups. Okay, don't worry about that. It's okay, you just need to remember what is shakeout. A shakeout, it means is that during this support level, okay, probably smart money need to remove, okay, or maybe they need to buy, okay, at lower price. So sometimes they need to do this kind of shakeout to remove the sellers, okay, from the market so they can buy lower. And when they hit the resistance, there's less sellers selling into it. Okay, now at weekly chart here, there are lots of upthrust, no doubt. So there will be a very so-called, you know, a stubborn resistance over there. But I think so far they are in a very good support level. Okay, completely shake out the volume is very good in the line change. Okay, this is again based on weekly chart. Okay, now type a one for me if you can follow. Type a one for me if you can follow. Type a two for me if you cannot follow. Okay, type a two for me if you cannot follow. Okay, now all this actually the one that I explained right now is more on the market stages. Okay, so sometimes it's not as straightforward. Okay, yeah, you need to have some sort like a you know, chart readings to identify these patterns. Okay, let me know if you still can follow. All right, so okay, now let's go to daily chart. Okay, the reasons why I kind of like the daily chart because, you know, right at the nice place, they're having this NS. Okay, they are having this NS. So, okay, if I erase here, if you notice that on the daily chart also, they got a nice volume, NS goes up, NS. Seems like this is like a first pullback. Okay, with NS. Okay, thank you, Yo, for the reply over here. Okay, so market stage are also changing if you realize. Okay, from red, green, a small red, now turn back to green. Okay, now it's gray. Okay, so normally like I said, I like to trade something that green, gray. Okay, and somewhere here got NS. Okay, so there's a place that I think is worth to pay attention to. So if I can enter, go to resistance around like 12-13%. Okay, so let's see whether Monday they will make a little bit of pullbacks or not, so we can get slightly more. Okay, thank you, Arif, for the reply. All right, so again, not doing any buy call over here, but like I said, I definitely have my trading plan for this. Well, let's see how it goes. Okay, now the other stocks that I think the other day it break up. Okay, I think we do mention about this. Okay, it make a two bars pullback. Okay, and then breakout with NS. Okay, confirmation NS now seems like make another pullbacks again. Low volume, but it's not the lowest. So, but I think over is still healthy. Okay, so again, use the NS here as a support. Okay, now the other two stocks that I think is both to pay attention to. This is metal. Okay, metal definitely is moving right now. So Tashin, okay, make a very nice pull NS over here. So I think Tashin also, they actually completed the shakeout. Okay, completed shakeout. So again, shakeout doesn't mean that it will break out. Okay, but again, most of the breakout stocks, it will come a shakeout. Okay, so here we got a shakeout areas, weekly chart turns to green paragon, and weekly chart we got an NS as well. So this week close with 5%, very close to resistance. Let's see again on daily chart whether they have another round of a small pullback or not. So here, a nice one, pullback completed with NS. Okay, now Presta. Let's go into Presta. Okay, now in the other hands, Presta, I still not that keen yet. Okay, because it looks like they are still in the not a very strong areas. I prefer more touch in MC to be frank. Okay, because I think they are still in somehow like a shakeout area. And if you realize this two bar is still dominating. Okay, this two bar here is still dominating, but two NS at the bottom, so maybe got a support here. So maybe I'll focus in N Siemens touching first, okay, before I look into Presta. Okay, so what we can do again, we can go back to 14. Okay, so let's say sometimes NS it won't move immediately. Okay, so it will still hang around support, especially now KRC in red pentagon right now. So like I say, if you don't really feel comfortable to enter the trades, it's okay, right? You just take your time, watch out some of the NS stocks. You monitor the supports. Uh, for me, sometimes I can wait for a few days before I decide whether I want to look for entry or not. Right. So if I look into Tumpo, I kind of like Tumpo to be frank because it also come with the shakeout patterns. Okay, so if you look into Tumpo, still low volume on the down bar from the yesterday. So if you look into weekly chart, okay, which I think they also have a shakeout patterns. Okay, so here we got again LC. Okay, it's a good area to always for you to use as the main support resistance. Okay, this is resistance supports. Previously we got NS. Okay, very close with NS. Shakeout, push back up, two-bar, low volume. Okay, two-bar weekly chart, low volumes. Okay, so daily chart wise, okay, again here I got NS. Okay, so haven't really entered yet. I just pop my list over here. So let's say KLSC is in red pentagon right now. All right, so see whether it can test lower or not, somewhere around 420. Okay, low volume, then this is an area that I'll be sorry, a bit keen, okay, to look into it. So well, Tune Pro, okay, Kujaya, not bad as well in my opinion. Again, let me remind you, not doing any buy call here, but if you want to enter it, make sure you got your own trading plan and your stop loss. Okay, very important stop loss. So weekly charts, okay, again, nice accumulation building up. And if you ask me, I think they got a small shakeout as well. Okay, somewhere around here. Okay, lots of spring and lots of spring. Okay, so try to push back with increasing volume if you notice. Okay, try to push back when the price drops somewhere around like this strong support. Okay, and this week seems like holding well. Okay, so probably it's a good area for me to trade. Okay, between support resistance, get around like 10 to 11%. Okay, for my first TP. So looking back into daily chart, okay, we got two NS. Okay, green pentagons, NS, NS. Okay, good volumes. Well, so far seems like also doing a nice pullback. Okay, so market stages, right, goes up, gray, now turns back to green. Okay, so there's Kujaya. Okay, so Kujaya, Magni, I think Magni is not that nice. Rapid is a bit illiquid. Okay, so I think I didn't really follow on Rapid. Oh, okay. One of the reason why I think didn't follow is the stop this stop breaking up already. But breaking up very quietly, I repeat. I didn't even realize it. Okay, never mind. Let's do into Magni. But anyway, if you want to get white ball, I think possible. Okay, for Rapid. Okay, Magni overall, I think is still in downtrend. So probably I'll focus the other two first. Okay, sorry, the other two is Tune Pro Kujaya. Okay, Tune Pro Kujaya, I think on 15, we got M. Seaman, Tashin. Okay, 4 stocks already for next Monday. Okay, which I think is pretty good enough for me to monitor. Okay, media. Okay, media, I think yes, both to monitor as well. Let's check again media. Okay, we look for a few more before we close. I know some of the members is waiting for 10:30, the match between Manchester City against Liverpool, right? Okay, or let me know any questions you want to ask me or any stocks that you want to confirm with me. Okay, especially NS. Okay, media actually got a big shakeout, but I don't like the daily chart at the moment. Okay, so this is like a shakeout areas. Okay, so probably I think this is a good area to monitor for sound strength. Okay, RG Tech, Teo Seng, Taliban. Okay, let's try this view. RG Tech, big up trust. Wow, this one a bit kind of remember like Tawin. A bit remind me of Tawin. Here, big up trust. Okay, it's similar to big up trust. I get up and close lower right here also. So I think likely to go through a wash. Okay, Teo Seng Pali Road. Teo Seng Tali Road. Okay, this one also shake out, huh? Teo Seng looks not bad actually, but somehow it's a bit illiquid lah. I didn't realize Teo Seng coming back. Kind of similar to Landa, kind of similar like Power Road. Okay, and I think Ecomet fly already. Okay, all this stock come in shake out. Ecomet, Power Roads, Talanda. Okay, all this stock come in shake out. So again, shakeout stock doesn't mean it will break out, but breakout stock mostly come in shake out. Okay, and Ecomet, I think Ecomet Friday close with line change, right? Yes. Okay, again here, a shakeout. Okay, all right. Probably I go through some of the stocks. Okay, I got D-Sonic, Papa Jack, FFB. Okay, in our time frame. Okay, because I think FFB and Papa Jack is new stocks. Okay, so we start with D-Sonic. I think D-Sonic come with a strong volume. Okay, I think there's a potential change of trend because it come with a small gap over there. Okay, but very important hourly chart. Okay, luckily no high volume uptrust. Okay, so which I think maybe they'll make a healthy pullback, hopefully. So that's why I already set my alert 51. Okay, so this is the area that I'll be waiting to look for a healthy pullback. Okay, now this pattern I use advanced method. So again, members, don't confuse yourself because sometimes I do get a lot of feedback why sometimes you use this, sometimes you use this. For new members, continue to use the Pentagon. Okay, follow. If you already know about pullback and what's better, you attend a masterclass, use the pullback. So in this case over here, because I don't want to risk a lot, okay, I'll wait for some pullback, okay, for me to look for trades. Okay, now oh, okay, Arif, okay, hopefully you got Power Root lah. Power Root, Tulanda, Ecomat. Actually, there are a few more. Okay, if you got follow my regular this section here, I do mention. Okay, this few is the one that come with a nice shakeup. Okay, this is Papa Jack. Okay, let's go to hourly chart. Hopefully, hourly chart got something. Okay, I think there's one signal is very obvious. Okay, I think we can see COC lah from here. Okay, so far still okay. No much of weaknesses coming in. I think white ball still possible. Okay, but again, because of this is new IPO stocks, right? So sometimes I cannot have more information. But so far, based on this time frame over here, looks like it's a healthy COC. Okay, now FFB, let's start with the FFB. Okay, let's start with I think daily also nothing much, but it's a big resistance. We got first day already selling and followed by UT. Okay, so daily chart here seems like there's a strong resistance. COC macam fail this one. Okay, the next thing you want to do is that LC high volume. I mean, for those following FFB, okay, LC high volume as support. So this is the area that you want to monitor as well. Okay, now if you personally ask me, I really go for IPO stock. Okay, because left hand side no information, sometimes I don't really feel comfortable. Now the other stocks that if you want to know, okay, SYF, okay, it's the stock that I'm following. LC goes up, drop low volume 2 spring. Okay, it's a small spring, it's not a big spring. Okay, but it's so far still holding well within LC. Okay, so yeah, SYF. Okay, I'll solve it. Okay, I'll solve it. I think I entered 255. Let's say drop below this 2 bar, 240 or maybe 235. I prepare to exit already. Okay, like I said, I think my risk is around 235 is around 8% to 7%. Okay, if not, I just remain my 6%. Okay, so but still low volume lah. Okay, hopefully got something else soon. So because some of the stock in especially in Singapore, I think their plantation stock is moving pretty well. Okay, especially like Golden Agri, okay, Green Pentagons. Okay, pull back nicely with NS. Okay, now testing resistance. Okay, kind of similar like all the KSC plantation as well. Okay, like I think like Chapat, TH Pan, am I right? Okay. Then Bumi Tama, I think this is also from plantation. Bumi Tama, am I right? Is this plantation? Symbol info. Yeah, I think it's plantation. One of the member told me. Okay, pullback completed. Green Pentagon volume is high. Okay, so hopefully it's a strong continuation trend, right? Okay, thank you, Jimmy. Sorry, welcome, John. Okay, well, probably I will try to answer one or two more questions before we close. Okay, there's some fireworks, okay, on my side here. Okay, probably take one or two more stocks, last cap, okay, before we close the section over here. I know some members are rushing to watch Man City against Liverpool tonight. Okay, Lux Cam. Okay lah, but I think I still prefer SYF. Okay, it's a accumulation stocks. Okay, if there's no questions, I think I will close for tonight's section over here. So once again, thank you for joining me in this section here. Do remember tomorrow, okay, we still got one more section with Sifu Fu on Bursa Tribe, okay? So with this, thank you, good night, and I will see you soon again.